Good morning. How are you doing on this beautiful Good Friday? While I'm letting people log on, I'm about to share this really quick onto my business page. And if you have not went to my business page, Intellectual Designs by LaShonda Love, please check a girl out. So today, I'm always preaching to myself, like always preaching to myself. And I was thinking about how sometimes God can just abruptly change your name and your situation and everything going about going on with you. And good morning. You ain't got no say so. So what do you do briefly this morning on this Good Friday? What do you do when God changes your name? When God changes your position, when God changes your direction, when you're on one path and you think you're doing good, and then all of a sudden, everything in your life is just changed. Maybe it's by death, maybe it's by a job change, maybe it's by promotion, but something in your life drastically changes without your permission, but with God's permission. What do? So I was reading and thinking about the story of Saul, how he went from Saul to Paul, and how he was having his on the road to Damascus moment. He was focused on his assignment. Have you ever been focused on your assignment? I'm talking about your assignment, your agenda. He was focused. I don't know about you, but it takes a lot to be focused and be passionate about something. Not only was Saul focused, he was very passionate about what he was doing. And then out of the blue, he has an encounter that changed the course of his life. And I don't know who I'm speaking to on this morning, but sometimes things happen in our life that changes the course of our life. Things that's out of our control. What are we going to do? We're going to remain blind. Saul was blinded. When God changes your position, your name, your situation, he comes up in abrupt things. It's all for a reason and for his plan. Listen, okay, I've been married a couple times. And in each marriage, you have a plan and you have an agenda. And you're focused on what you're focused on. And never are you in your mind thinking that anything other than your plan is going to take place. But I'm here to tell you that everything that I've been through in these last 23 years of marriage has put me on the course to meet the person that I am with now. For the person who found me now to find me. Everything that I've been through, every heartache, every pain, was preparing me for this situation. So what I'm telling you is, when God abruptly changes things, we got to be like Paul. We got to be blinded and we have to be led by God. Because at the end of the tunnel, he's going to give you vision. He's going to give you focus. He's going to give you everything all new, all over again. I would have never thought, never thought that I would experience love like this before. What's that song? I never knew that I will love like this before. Never, ever. But if I was fighting with the Lord when he was changing the course of my life, if I didn't just surrender and fall to the ground like Saul did, helplessly, then I would have altered God's plan in my life. So I'm just telling you this today to encourage you. When you begin to shift, go with the shift. It's Good Friday. Jesus died and he rose on the third day with all power in his hand. So if he had to die to himself on this road to Damascus that we're on, my friend, even though you don't understand God's plan, go with the flow. Go with it. Because it's some great stuff at the end. It's some better stuff at the end. Your ladder will be greater. And I'm here to tell you, my ladder is greater. I don't take nothing for the journey. So blinded I was. Fighting I tried. Good morning, sis. But I'm here to tell you that when God get ready to change your name, change your direction, change your path, all you can do is just go with it. I was asking him last night. I was like, now, what do people do when their identity is changing? You woke up one way, but during the course of the day, God changed you to the CEO. How you go from flipping burgers to owning the company? You changed my name. You changed my position. You elevated me. You moved things around without my permission, and you didn't give me a blueprint of how to maneuver. That's why we have to have a personal relationship with the Lord, so that when things do change, you are able to be sensitive to the voice of God and flow with God. You got to flow with God. I was telling him, I was like, how you do that? And I wasn't just talking about me. When I'm talking, I'm just talking about life in general. So I don't want anybody to think I'm just talking about me. But when he changes your name, when he changes your identity, when people are used to seeing you as broke, disgusted, and busted, now all of a sudden you walking in the overflow. What you do with that? You know what I'm saying? What do you do with that when things change? And it wasn't in your agenda. R1 and just flip the script on me. Yes. What do you do? How do you think, or how do you move forward with the name change, with the position change, with the identity? Are you being false? Are you being phony? How do you readjust to the new you? How do you explain the new you to people? You just live. I remember when I first gave my life to the Lord. Before I got saved, I was a compulsive liar. I'm talking about lie. All I did was lie. That's all I did. So when I gave my life to the Lord, it was like I had to keep telling people, I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth. And the Lord said, stop. Stop explaining yourself. Walk in the spirit of truth. And it'll catch up. It'll catch up. They'll see that you're telling the truth. So when our identity changes, it makes us feel, sometimes it make you feel funny, because how you explain to people, I just got a promotion and you ain't even got the paperwork for it. How you go from being, I'm going to say, a shift lead to the manager without training. Things happen, life's happen. So when God changes your position, when God changes your name, when God changes things in your life, we have to embrace it. We don't have to be embarrassed. We don't have to be afraid. We don't have to try to have a roadmap. I was asking them, like, okay, you change things around in people's life, like, and you don't be telling people, like, what? I mean, people just wake up and stuff is different. We have to learn to go with the flow, whatever the flow is. God would never put more on us than we can bear. He never does things to hurt us. Even when Joseph's brothers throwed him in the pit, all of that was to help fulfill the dream that God had given him years and years ago. So you never know what course and what journey God is going to take you to fulfill those prophecies, to fulfill those dreams. Things have to happen to get you in the place so that you can receive what has been spoken over you, what's in you. What's in you. The fire, when they throw Joseph in that pit, should have killed him. He should have been broke up. But even in the pit, God was there. And God didn't let the pit destroy him. His name changed. His identity changed. He went from being God's favorite, his father's favorite, being loved on, getting gifts. Just, you know how it is when you know somebody favor you compared to others, and it gives you a sense of He went from to nothing. He went from being loved and doted on from his father to absolutely nothing. And everywhere he went, he still shined, because his position changed, even though it seemed like it was a lower estate, it did not mean that God's promise for him changed. It didn't mean his promise changed. He was still the dreamer, and the dream would still come to pass. God just had to rearrange some the chess pieces so it can work out the way that he intended it for it to work out. So when God changes us, when God flips us, when God just abruptly changes the broadcast, it is for our good. Things are being put in place to help you to be who God has created you to be, to help you to walk out all these prophecies, to help you to walk out your destiny and your purpose. That's all I'm saying. So be encouraged on this Good Friday. If you're in the middle of being flipped, flip my car, flip my house, flip my ride, do not be dismayed. Do know that all things are working together for your good. And at the end of this, you're going to see the glory. You're going to see the glory at the end of this. Don't be discouraged. You got this. You got this. We got to be like Paul. We just got to be led, blinded until God sends somebody. And that's what I want to tell you too. God put people in your life to help direct you when you're lost. Ain't that like a good old mentor? Nothing like a good old mentor. Okay? God will place somebody in your life to help lead you and guide you during your wilderness blindness moments. So don't be afraid to, when things shift and it's not looking just right to you, for you to reach out to somebody that you know done shifted and going where you feel like God is sending you. Reach out to those people. Reach out to them. Reach out to them. Y'all be blessed on this Good Friday. Don't forget to go to my business page, Intellectual Designs by LaShonda Love. Again, I downloaded this app called Unipro, and it deleted over 1,000 plus of my friends. So if you see me sending you a friend request, I have not been trying to be Miss Petty Betty, and I went and deleted you, and now I'm trying to add you back. The app just deleted everybody. And I was like, oh my God, what has happened? Okay. Then I deleted my other page. It was a combined page with me and my ex-husband, Dr. LaShonda Love, and it had over 6,000 followers. God told me to delete it. Stop, just throw it away. So I throw it away. I'm starting new. So if you see a friend request, friend request, it's because the app deleted all my people. But I want y'all to be encouraged on today. It's Good Friday, and all good things are coming our way. Amen. Y'all be blessed.